In this lesson, we are going to learn to use a plugin called Visual Composer. This plugin is one of the great free page builder tool while starting to design your WordPress site. And it is one of the most popular WordPress plugin right now. Also, it is not completely free, of course. This plugin helps you to build a responsive website by dragging and dropping the elements into your page without any programming knowledge required. You need to install the Visual Composer plugin. Let us jump into showing you how we can leverage this plugin to build our website design. At this point, I'm assuming you have already installed the plugin. If not, you may please go ahead and do that. And once done with the installation, we may simply activate the Visual Composer. While we are on the plugin section, you can see it here with the Visual Composer plugin version, plugin by Michael. So I'm simply going to activate the plugin. It's activated and we can see this welcome to Visual Composer. At this point, I'm creating a home page for the demonstration purpose here. So let's go to Pages and click Add New, and this will open up a blank page. I'm going to simply name this page Home on the title section. As you can see, these two options are added where you can select backend editor as well as front-end editor. As the name suggests, if you want to design this page as well as visualize the page at the same time, you can use this front-end option. This is quite easy to use plugin. So let's go ahead and I'm going to click on the backend editor, and you can see I'm in the page builder tool now, WPBakery version of the editor, taken away from the normal version or the classic version of the WordPress editor. Now on the editor panel, you can see a plus sign. So if you click on this, you will see quite a lot of options from the page design. The design element such as contact form, row, text block, icon, separator, and all these other options are available. Let us close it for now. As we are on the default template here, we want to change the template first for our website front page. Here on the right hand side, you can see the page attributes option. The template for the home page is set to default template right now, but I'm going to change it to themes covered template. With this, we have added a banner section to our home page as well. Now just below the page attributes, you have the featured image option. You can add a suitable image which will appear on the header section into our WordPress theme. Once I click on the set featured image, the next window will prompt you to either upload an image or choose from the uploaded ones to place it on the banner section. Once I have done that, I may simply click on the set featured image, and after that we can simply go ahead and preview the image in this featured image section. As well as if you click on the preview button up here, you can see the site's look has been changed. You can try out different banner designs to set it onto your home page. As the home page is your front page of your websites, the beautifully designed banner will put an impact on the impression of the site before the users consumes the site's data. Now let us get back to the Visual Composer and start using it to design our home page. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this plus icon here, and from these options, let's choose to create a row first. This will simply add a row right here. This row is empty obviously, where I'm going to add a custom title. So let's click on this plus icon inside this row section and simply select this custom heading. So we are on the custom heading settings. We can see a text source and text field label appears. This text source is the section from where the title is coming from. If you choose custom text, we need to enter the section title right below it. If you choose a post or page title, you will have options of your page or post titles to choose from, if you want to use them, of course. Here in this example, we are selecting default custom text, and in the text field we put the custom title for now. Let's say welcome to website as the title of this section. Below that you have a URL link option. If you choose to add a custom link to an external site or any of your page post link, you can do that here. Your section title becomes clickable, and clicking on it will be redirecting users to the desired pages. Since we are just adding a section title, I will leave this URL section blank so we don't need to add a link. So let's cancel out of this. Now just below the URL option we get element tag with drop down options such as h1, h2, h3, h4 and so on. These are mainly the header tags. Header tags are used in a proper order starting with your h1, and it also differentiates various header sections in terms of what is the content about below this particular header. Let's go with h2 for now. Under text align we get left, right, center and justify, and I'm going to select center for now. Let us leave font size, line height, text color blank, and instead we will check the options to yes in use theme default font family. Another option is CSS animation, and for demonstration purpose let's select fade in down. Let's leave the ID name and class name blank for now. On the next tab you have design option. You can add these options to this heading section such as margin, borders or padding. You can add a border color, the style of the border, radius of the border and even background color. For now let us just add a simple heading, and I don't want them now. I'm going to leave it like that. You can add an image to the background and style the background here. If you want to add the same margin to all sides, you can just click simplify controls. Let's say you want to add 10 pixels to all the sides. As you can see, it adds 10 pixels on all sides at once. But I don't want it right now, so I'll remove it. Then click the Save Changes button to save. Next up, we can add a text block for this. Let's click on the add icon again and select the text block. I'm going to add some dummy text inside the text editor for now. And as you can see here, you have all the things that the classic WordPress editor has. Let's click on Save Changes button to save this text block. Now I'm going to add one or more row here by clicking plus icon and then row. So we have the second row added here. What I will do here though is from the previous row, I'm going to duplicate the text block and simply drag down inside this row here. Now I'm going to divide this row in 3 columns. That's very easy to do in Visual Composer. You just need to hover on this icon right here and you are going to see the different types of columns that the Visual Composer is offering you. I'm going to choose the 3 column option. Simply click and you have these 3 columns added below, and that's just fairly simple. Now you know what you can do here. You can simply click on this little pencil icon to edit our text obviously. I'll remove few texts and make the paragraph a little shorter. Editing text here are fairly simple with this lookalike classic WordPress editor. And now let's just hover this first text block and simply hit to duplicate 2 more text blocks. Once done, I can simply drag to move it to another column. So up until now we have added 2 rows, one with heading and its text and the second with 3 text column. We can simply preview this to see how it's looking on the front end. As you can see in the preview section, the design is just as how the elements are added. But one thing that you can clearly notice is it's not using the full width as we can see here, meaning we need to add a line of code into our CSS, and I will show you how to do that in a second. Let me inspect it to show you what is happening here quickly to just give an idea. Okay, Let's go to dashboard first by clicking on the dashboard from the top left menu. Now under the appearance, click on customize. And now in the additional CSS section, first you need to copy the code from what we have provided you from the download section. If you have done that, you need to copy and paste copied CSS here and then simply hit publish. Now you can go to the preview section and then we can see that the design is displayed in full width. Simple. I want to add icons beside these text blocks, and that's pretty easy to do. Let us click on the plus sign, and now I need to find icon. If you don't find something from this list, you can simply search from the search bar. Now I get this icon here. After I click the icon, and from this window pop-up, you can see icon library with different library options from this drop down. I'm going to select Font Awesome as it is. Now if I hit this icon, we have lists of Font Awesome icons to choose from. Then you can easily get the icon by simply selecting an appropriate icon for your text block purpose. So as you can see from the list, I'm going to choose this thumbs up icon for now, and you can also provide your icon a color. See how useful yet simple to make your design awesome with this tool. I'm going to select icon color as white for now. For the background shape where the icon sits in, I'm going to choose a circle. I want my icon circle background to be blue. So in the background color, I choose blue. Let's scroll a bit and I will simply choose my icon size to be fairly a large icon. After I do that, I can align the icon. Let's choose this centered alignment from this list. And let's just leave other options as we don't need anything else for my icon. You can add in the CSS animation here if you want to. Let me add fade in left. Save the changes and let's see how it looks. Go to the preview now. And as you can see, the CSS animation to my icon looks pretty good. Here I am showing you how these elements reflect into your design, and once you are familiar with these options, you'll be able to modify them according to your design needs. Okay, let's just duplicate this icon so that I can put them into other columns as well. So those two text blocks also has these similar icons. Drag it to the second column, duplicate and drag it to the desired column. Very simple. We have the icon elements available here, and you know that we need to change icons according to the intention of this text block. Simply click on the little pencil icon right here to change the icon. I can use the CSS animation as fade in down this time. Save changes, and same time with another column icon. I'm going to change the CSS animation, fade in right, and save the changes and update changes. By this time we have added all three icons, and if I preview it, I can see those changes up here. Now using this tool is fairly simple, and as you can keep and adding elements to your page design and previewing them, and then doing the thorough modification is all you need to do according to your design necessity. Let's keep on adding few more elements to our page. Let's click on Add Element by clicking on this plus icon here. I'm going to create another new row here as always. At this point, I'm going to add a text block in here. So click on plus from this row and simply add a text block with some dummy text. Let's just align this entire text to center alignment, and I'm going to save those changes. Once done, what I'm going to do is edit this row section on how it appears. As you can see on the top right and the little pencil icon, if I click on it, I can simply edit this row. Once I click on it, you will see various settings for this row element. Let's leave all the options as default. Basically, what I'm interested in is add a background image to this row. So we have a background image and the text block which will be in the foreground. Now in the parallax section, with these three options, none, simple and with fade, I'm choosing simple for now. So you can choose to add an image to the background of this row. And now let's just add an image by clicking the small plus icon in green. I'm going to add a demo image from the media library itself and hit set image. Similarly, another option is parallax speed. Let's put 3 for now, so we have a bit of parallax effect to our row background image. Especially when you scroll up or down the page, you will see that effect. Leave other options to default and save changes and head over to the previewing panel. And we can see the changes made to our row. In the preview, as we scroll down, we have this image background as well as text in the front of it. Now, as we can see, it requires few padding to this, as the text and image are looking a bit tighter. We need some space here in this area. To do that, let's just go back in the row setting and to design tab option this time. Let's provide a padding value of 60 pixel to the top and the bottom of the image as well. Let's just save and preview it. Now as you can see, it looks a bit nicer with the space provided with 60 pixel padding. We can always increase or decrease the padding value. Let's just provide the same value to the left and right side of this row as well, so it's surrounded by a bit of space. And now once you preview it, this is how it looks. It looks better than before. Let us go back to the page builder and create a few more elements, this time for a video player which includes your promotional video, for example, and with the video description or even a contact form beside the video. Let's do that by adding a row up here. We'll have this row with divide in 2/3 and 1/3 column. I'm not going to hit the plus element here, so I'll be duplicating the custom heading from the top row and simply drag it to the newly created first column. Here, I will change the custom heading text to a simple, say, your consumers are on videos. And I'm going to include this heading tag as H3 and text align to left. After that, we are going to add a YouTube video in this column. So let's click on plus to add video elements in here. I'm going to do a quick search for video. Now we have this video player icon. Just click on it and a video block is added to the column, which opens the video player settings. We see the widget title. We can give any title name as required. For now, I'm just leaving the widget name. We can paste a video link from YouTube or any other video source. We also have some options like video width, video aspect ratio, and alignment. I'll set an alignment as center and leave the others as they were in default. Obviously, you may set to however you want to. Now let's save the changes. For another column, let's duplicate the custom heading and simply drag to the column on the right side. Edit the custom heading. I will simply change the title to Feel Free to Contact. With heading tag H3 and text alignment as left. I'm going to save changes here for now. Let us add a contact form element here. So click on plus icon and here you can select your contact form created If you have not, you will have to create one for this purpose. I've already created one, so it's listed here. If you have created multiple contact form, you will see the list right in this section. I'm going to select the contact form here and save it for now. Let's preview the changes made. Now we have this beautiful row designed with the video as well as the contact form available. What we need here though is a bit of column gap in between of say 30 pixel. So what I'm going to do is go into this row setting and choose the column gap to about 30 pixels or so. After saving it, I'm going to go into the previewing panel and see the changes, and it looks quite better than before. Now what about an image gallery? Obviously that would quite bring a better impression to our home page. For this, let's create another row by clicking plus icon to add the row element. And I'm going to simply do that duplicating process by duplicating this custom heading and drag this to our newly created row and provide my heading as image gallery with heading tag h2 and text align to center, and save the changes made. Let's include to click on the plus icon which is under this row element and search for image gallery. Once I click on it, we see various options here. Let's get to the gallery type to set on how your image gallery should display with these options. We have flex slider fade, flex slider slide, Nevo slider, and image grid. For the demonstration purpose, I am choosing Nevo slider for now. Let's set auto rotate to 3, and our image source is going to be our media library, but we can also choose to provide an external source links as our image source for our gallery section. For now, I'm going to add images from our media library image source by clicking the plus icon, which opens our media library with all the images available that are uploaded already. What we need to do is simply select those images, whichever image we want them to be displayed in this image gallery, and I'm going to simply hit add images. Another option is image size. We can choose from the thumbnail, medium, large, full, or other sizes defined by the current theme. For now, I use a large image size, so simply define large here. Similarly, another option is on-click action, means what actions you want it to be performing while users who are clicking on the image. Either it's be none to make it unclickable, or link to a larger image, open pretty photo, or open custom link. Here I will choose the action to open in pretty photo, so the image opens in a pop-up with the slider option. I'm going to leave other options to default now. Save the changes and see how it looks like by going to preview for those changes made. We can see the image gallery is added over here with the slider as well as with these dots navigations options with this gallery. And if we click on the image, we see the pretty image pop up to the larger image slider. We can scroll the image by clicking on left and right navigation. And that's it. We have now a beautiful image gallery on our home page. So as you can see, our home page is quite beautiful with this plugin used. With the Page Builder tool, you can explore to create a beautifully designed home page in no time and with little or no knowledge of coding as well. Now, after you're satisfied with the design, after you do a bit of exploration and modification to the design, you need to update the page so it is reflected in your home page.